This show is brought to you by Whatever You Say Productions, starting conversations since 2018.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season finale of Game Over. I'm your host from the East Coast, Steve. I'm joined here with Kirk, who is feeling a little under the weather. How's it going, man?
I have felt better. I had a wonderful time last night for my 30th birthday, and I am dearly paying for it today.
Happy birthday, and how did that dirty 30 feel?
It feels like 30. I tried partying like I was 20, and I got dirtied.
Nice. We're also joined with Sarah. Sarah, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. Excited to record this episode, talk about The Sims.
Oh yeah, played. Finally dusted that game off, and you know what? I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I can see the hype.
Good.
And we're also joined by someone who loves The Sims just as much. Addriana, how's it going?
Hey, everything's good. How are you guys?
Doing well. Welcome aboard. How do you feel?
Excited just as much as Sarah is. You guys know I'm a fan of The Sims, so I'm ready to talk about it.
Yeah, with EA Play, we're going to get into that with some patch notes. We'll talk about some Stadia pricing. And then we'll get into it with some free-for-all. We'll talk about Season 2 and when that airs and everything comes. So let's get things started with patch notes. So with patch notes, we're going to talk about E3. And to kick things off, we got EA Play that started it all. And then I think we'll have Microsoft later today. I'll be sure to check that out, but we'll talk about what happened at EA. Addriana, you want to take the lead here with the Sims stuff?
Sure. So we're gonna start off with a bang here because The Sims 4 released 3 new packs for the rest of the year, and everyone's really, really excited about it. I know I am. So the first pack is an expansion pack, and it's called Island Living. And in this pack, you get to go tanning, get a sunburn, you can become a lifeguard, a conservationist, where you can go around and clean up the beach and make sure the turtles are safe, which is really cool. They even have turtles in the ocean, and they have little babies swimming around it. So cool.
Yeah, I saw you can actually, befriend dolphins?
Mm-hmm.
You can become friends with dolphins? That is a pretty high
What? That's awesome.
Yes. So in The Sims 3, we had horses, which is, it's a lot different than having cats and dogs because you can actually go out and ride them and do really cool things like that in the farms. But for this one, it's like you can go out into the ocean and interact with dolphins, and it's just it's so cool.
Yeah. So with Sims 4 right now, I think there's a pets expansion, right? But this is something that's going to be completely different.
Yeah, there's cats and dogs right now, but they're just at home, and the most you can do is walk the dogs. Yeah, and play with them. And...
Yeah, I mean, I checked it out. So you can live on like an active volcano and explore that area. So, and then it's like open water exploration, which is something new to The Sims. So I think it's pretty dope.
That adds some depth to it.
Yeah.
I am so excited for them to be able to go out and explore the open water, because that's something I personally love doing, is going and just exploring open water wherever I see it.
Nice.
Whether I should or shouldn't.
Have you ever done scuba diving in real life? Have you tried it?
No, but I've gone snorkeling and couldn't figure out how to breathe through the snorkel. So I just took it off and held my breath.
I actually tried scuba diving for the first time, and it was scary because one, it's like, all right, so you just can't breathe out your nose at all. You just got to breathe through this one little mouthpiece, and then trying to wrap your head around that. But yeah, scuba dive, you can do the snorkeling, I think, with like coral reefs in The Sims 4, which will be cool. Yep. I'm sure they'll have other activities that you can do.
Can you surf?
With that, no, you can't surf. I wish, but you can't surf. Yeah, but with the snorkeling, it comes with like a new skill. So they're not going to throw you in the ocean, and like every sim knows how to actually do it. So you're going to have to work your way up to be like a pro swimmer, I think, too. And then there's the aqua zips, which is the equivalent to a jet ski. So that's another skill that you'll have to learn. And then we've got fishing boats and canoes. So we usually fish like on the shore, which is really stupid. And now that there's open water, you get a boat with it, so you can go out and like catch like deep sea diving kind of fish and
Nice.
stuff. Yeah. And what else is there? Oh yeah, there's gonna be new clothes, obviously, and new objects. And then there's mermaids with special powers.
What?
Oh, I can't wait for the mermaid.
Yeah, they didn't say what powers they have, but I'm assuming it's something kind of like in The Sims 1 where they had a genie where there's like wishes and stuff. And then there's The Sims 2 where they had a matchmaker and like psychic. So I'm thinking mermaids might have that.
So you can't woohoo a mermaid is what you're probably gonna say.
You probably can.
You think
I
so?
wouldn't be
So.
surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised if you could.
Well,
yeah.
We have a bush that we can walk into and not only pee in, but we can also woohoo in a bush. So I'm assuming there's going to be like some giant coral reef that we can like woohoo in or something.
Woohoo and then end up drowning.
What a way to take your sim out.
Yeah.
Unless the mermaids can like kill this. Oh, probably actually.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just drag you under.
One thing I thought was really cool was the cleaning up the beaches, and that you can actually improve how the island looks by taking care of it. And I thought of our friends at Microscope with that. Like this game is teaching conservationist skills and stuff. I thought that was really awesome.
That is a cool thing. What is it? I think Civilization did something similar too, where they put an expansion out where it, like, affected pollution. If you put like a plant near the side of a thing, it would affect the environment later down the road. So it's cool that other games are starting to sort of incorporate that in. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, definitely to that. I mean, the one thing I'm curious about, because I didn't get to catch the stream, so I just read through it and like read up on what they have. They mentioned something about everything being chill except for the occasional lava bomb. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, is that just gonna?
That's when you live by the volcano, I think. So it'll occasionally like just throw these balls of fire, and I'm not sure what it does to you. It could probably kill you like the lightning does in weather. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip where one of the Sims like poked it and her hand was on fire. So I'm sure they'll just be like curiously attracted to it and do something stupid.
That's ridiculous.
But I'm sure like there's
The
also
Sim way.
Yeah, right. But I'm sure they'll do something with like skills where you can probably do something with the rock, hopefully. Because
That
there's
would
so
be
much
really
like
cool.
collectible stuff in that game. It's a lot. I didn't realize how much. That's the one thing I really noticed from Sims 3 to 4 was just the amount of like stuff within the game rather than just living your person, all the different skills and everything. I think it was really cool.
Definitely.
Is
Yeah, and what
sandcastle
I-
building a skill?
What was it?
I don't know if it's a skill, but they've got toddlers doing it.
Alright.
The toddlers and like little kids are building sandcastles, but I'm not really sure.
Nice.
Yeah,
So-
but what I thought was cool was they're also releasing pride items in this pack. So you're gonna see like a lot of rainbow towels and bikinis and just like a lot of cool stuff. And it's not just with this pack, it's gonna be released throughout the entire year. So like every month there's gonna be like some new item update, which I think is great that they're acknowledging the LGBT community. So that's a first for
Yeah,
the Sims 4.
That's
Definitely.
amazing.
that
That's
is pretty.
amazing.
Yeah, that is really good. So can you not do like customization in it now to create like clothes that I guess you would have to download it from somebody, or does it not work like that?
Yeah,
really
so you can make custom content like with a third party thing,
Mhm.
but in terms of like changing colors of things, like in The Sims 3, we had a color wheel,
Right.
and now we don't. The only color wheel we have is for the pets, so we can customize like I don't know why it's only for the pets, but you can customize if you want your pet to be brown or rainbow. So
Nice.
that's the only color wheel and customization that we have right now.
Interesting. Well, that is good that they're doing that. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and for the whole year, not just for Pride Month when it's releasing.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll do
Nice.
like breast cancer awareness. Give us like some pink ribbons.
Yeah,
Be
that'd be
nice.
pretty cool.
Probably, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, The Sims 4 was the first. This is the first generation where you can be a trans sim. So like, they have male characters where you can choose if you want them to pee standing up or sitting down. Like you can customize that. You can customize if men and women can have babies or not, like in their bellies. And you can also have men and women share the same clothing and same hair, which is the first time that they're doing that. So
very nice.
Interesting.
Was there any other expansions or anything else coming with it? I think you pretty much touched up most of it, right?
Yeah, well, we've got 2 additional packs. We've got the Moschino Stuff Pack that's coming out in the fall. Moschino is a fashion designer, and they did a collaboration with The Sims on the runway recently for Fashion Week. So those clothes are coming off the runway and into your game, and that's going to run you about, I think, $10 for the pack. So that's not terribly bad. You get a bunch of new items. And then we've got Realm of Magic, the game pack. So it's not so much an expansion. It's just like kind of like the Vampires pack, but we don't even know what we're getting, actually. They just gave us the title. So I'm assuming it's something supernatural, but I'm hoping for witches and werewolves. So keep our fingers crossed.
To complement the vampires out there.
Yes. Yeah, we need a villain. We need like an enemy, because the vampires right now, they're just killing each other. So
they don't go like hunting for like other people.
They do. Yeah, you can just like eat everyone, but like in terms of the battling and fighting, we're fighting each other, so we need an enemy for sure. And we've got
vampire and vampire crime.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nice. All right, do you want to get into, I guess, Jedi Fallen Order? I know I was hyped about that going in, and then I saw the gameplay, and then I was just kind of average. Got an average feel from it. So when I looked at it, the game really did play sort of like a God of War linear story. So what I'm hoping for is that I want a deep, rich story, because they didn't really talk much about it. The demo was 15 minutes of them on like a Wookiee planet that you had to, well, I don't know if it was a Wookiee planet, but you had to rescue the Wookiees. And the character that you are kind of reminded me of the dude from Shameless. I'm trying to remember his name. I'll have to Google it, but yeah, it also kind of reminded me of like Dark Souls, because it was almost like a timing combat, and they said the person who was playing was like a really expert level player. So it'll be interesting to see how that gameplay works, because he was literally one-shotting stormtroopers, and I was like, this looks like you can kind of steamroll through everything.
Yeah, it looked like, I mean, that part looked really just pretty simple, honestly. Like I thought the different combat elements looked pretty cool. Like there was, there was like the using like the force power, and they like have like bullet time, it seems like.
Yeah.
He essentially like there was one kill that he did where he literally like basically froze time and then moved the stormtrooper in front of his own like laser that he shot.
Right.
So he effectively like killed himself, which I don't think that's like a force thing like in canon that you can do, but they're doing it in here. I mean, I don't know. The gameplay seemed like kind of interesting, and I'll probably play it, but I'm with you on that. It needs to be like a very, very rich storyline for me to enjoy this, because the combat seems very simple.
Yeah, for sure. Did you see your boy, was it Whitaker? The what's his name? The Whitaker Eye?
Oh, yeah. What, Forrest Whitaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a character, or doing one of the model voice acting for one of the, I guess, generals, you could say. But the guy I was thinking of from Shameless was Ian Gallagher. He's played by Cameron Monaghan. That's who you're...
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, I don't think he looks like Lip or any of the other guys. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
he looks like a little kid.
Yeah, so it'll definitely be interesting. They said, again, there isn't this open-mindedness of can you be a bad Jedi or a good Jedi. So they're sticking with no, you're going to be a good Jedi, sort of in this path that is written for you. So it should be interesting. I'll keep an eye out later down the road. But yeah, just my takeaway was, okay, that's cool. We'll see where it ends up. It wasn't blown away, but
kind of overall. Yeah, I mean, I hope they make like I hope it's just somebody that was really, really good at the game, and the combat's not as easy as it seems, where you're one-shotting everybody.
Definitely.
But I don't know why they don't like. Knights of the Old Republic was like probably the best Star Wars game that has ever come out.
Yeah.
And it was because there was just so much like replayability and like uniqueness in how you went about it, that it like I don't know why they don't just do that, evil, or not evil, dark side versus light.
Right.
I think people enjoy that. Like, why don't they give them that and have them choose what they want to do?
Yeah, fans have definitely been asking for Knights of the Old Republic remakes, and with all the games being redone, you're just like, why haven't they touched upon this one? So who knows what EA is thinking? Maybe it's a licensing problem, but
yeah, it might be.
Yeah, so I know there was a couple other games they touched upon. Apex, I think they announced a new legend for Apex. I don't really play Apex that much anymore, but they also announced a ranked mode as well.
Yeah, the new legend is like, she was like born in the arena or something, and she's been watching and dying for this moment or something, and she's like a scientist engineer. I don't know, and like all her weapons consist of electricity. Yeah. So that's what I guess it adds.
Watson is her name. Yeah, they had like a little introductory clip for her, which is kind of cool. But yeah, and then with ranked mode now, there's again sort of like this tier that you can go through that I will never ever see because I'm terrible.
Yeah, I mean it's cool that they're expanding on that, and I don't think a battle royale has really done a ranked mode versus like unranked. I think that I don't think Fortnite has that, or if they I don't remember them having that when I played.
I don't think so, not to my knowledge. You need Sam here for the Fortnite expertise.
Yeah, right. Finally,
one time,
and we need to answer a question. Fortnite, I don't think does. PUBG definitely doesn't. What other battle royales are there out there?
Overwatch.
Realm Royale.
Yeah, Realm Royale. I remember playing the crap out of that when it came out. But they didn't have a ranked mode either. I don't know. It's cool that they have something like that, but I don't know that really. Like, I don't think people. I don't know. Maybe people will play it to try and get the rank up and look super cool.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
It doesn't seem like a game that you would really want or need something like that in.
Yeah, and Addriana, you have the updates for FIFA and Madden.
Yeah, so I don't really play FIFA and Madden, but I've dabbled because I don't buy them. I just play other people's systems. But what I did like about FIFA 20 is that they're giving it like a street soccer / football kind of feel. So You're on a court this time, and it's like gravel, and it's cool, and you get to pick your clothes. Like, you can wear your baggy t-shirt and your sweatpants, and it's not just men playing, it's men and women. So you can pick which one you want to be and rank up yourself. So I thought that was very interesting. I don't really know much about FIFA, like from the past, but I don't think I've ever seen that before. Have you?
No, I mean, every FIFA game I feel is always just roster updates to, what is it, the Euro leagues. I think they have MLS teams. I can't remember if there was ever women's soccer, though, at least not when I played. So that's definitely awesome to see, and it's sort of like almost like that NBA street with soccer in the streets. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely reminds me of New York and like Chinatown and seeing everybody play. So I might actually get this game because I don't know, now that I could be a girl.
Yeah.
Then kick some boys' butts. So yeah.
What is it? Alex Morgan, the one USA soccer player.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah. That the FIFA, that's starting up soon, right?
I think 2 days ago, the Women's World Cup, yeah. And we are not going to be seeing in Men's World Cup, what is it, 2 years from now, USA playing. So
yeah, no.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure the women's team is like, it probably is better than the men's team in soccer. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, they because they won it. They're a stellar team. At
I
least
think they won the
last
last World Cup, didn't they?
Yeah. I know they definitely won it in my lifetime, maybe once
Yeah.
or twice.
I think the 2015 Women's World Cup was U.S. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Nice. And then I guess updates to Madden, new roster, as always. Any other cool features that EA's planning, or were they pretty quiet about that?
Well, I liked their little NFL draft experience thing, like the machinima before you start playing. You like
Okay.
see your player in the office and like having a conference and stuff, and it's kind of cool. And then they're bringing the Pro Bowl back. Didn't even know it was gone, but apparently it's back. And there's new formations, which I thought were kind of cool. Like I like football. I like to watch it sometimes, only when it's like the playoffs, but I thought that's a good addition, so kind of spices it up a little bit. And then there's also obviously like the new players that have been drafted throughout this year, so they're going to be in the game too.
Nice. Who's your NFL team?
The Jets.
Good. You got a friend. Oh wait, no, you're a Giants fan. Never mind.
Shit, I was about to say yes, but okay. No, I've always been a Jets girl. My uncle and I rooted for the Jets since forever, so
they might actually have a decent season.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good for the. I mean, I feel like every Jets fan always says that at the beginning of the season. They're like, "Yeah, it's looking like it'll be pretty good," and then they finish 2-14.
Yeah.
But no, they do. Like it does look pretty good. I think the biggest Madden change is that Joe Flacco will be wearing an orange jersey.
Yeah.
Sad face.
Yeah. I'm a Ravens fan. It'll be interesting. I'll root for him. Go Flacco. He did well with us. Yeah. I wish him the best.
I'm the worst. I'm a Patriots fan.
Oh
God!
Oh. Come on, Sarah.
Kirk, do you need to throw up now? I'll let you.
It's because my dad was a Patriots fan. I grew up in New England.
See, I allow that. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not just like everybody's like, "Oh, Tom Brady's best fuck QB ever."
Yeah, no, I don't even watch really, and I think all the accusations against him lately are crazy. So I'm just like, I'm a Patriots fan. All quiet in the corner about it.
Hiding over there.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I do like hate, it's kind of like that scene from Anchorman where he's like, every part of me, I pure straight hate you, but god damn it, do I respect you.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel like that whole organization. I mean, Tom Brady like plays in the off season with his like new I read about this recently that he's like he plays in the off season with any new receivers, and they actually like go to like an island vacation and run routes in the sand because he's like, if you can run it in the sand, you can probably do it on the field. And just that's how he spends his summer off.
Nice.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean, god damn it, you got to respect the man. But I hate him.
Yep.
So much. So much
nice. Hate. All right, so we'll get into the Stadia pricing. Kirk, you want to take the lead on that one?
Yeah. So I'm actually pretty excited about this. I think it's like the biggest thing to happen to video games in a very long time. So they I guess just real quick I'll explain like what Google Stadia is and cloud-based gaming, because I'm seeing a ton of companies that are like popping up all over the place, talking about their cloud-based gaming platform. But essentially what it is like Netflix for gaming. You don't download any games. You just open up whatever the app is, either on your phone or on the computer, or I imagine they probably will have it on like smart TVs as well.
Right.
You pop in there and pick a game and just boot it up and go. You don't actually like have any physical like hard copies of games. It's just all based on streaming from like your hopefully good internet connection.
Right.
You go on there and just play whatever you want. I think they have a certain like there's a library that they will have available of certain games, and then they had mentioned something on the stream about AAA games being like an additional cost, or like new AAA games being an additional cost.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'll get a like discount on it because they're not actually owning any physical copy of the game. It's just like the streaming platform on there.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it seems really interesting. The way that they're doing it is like a $10 a month subscription gets you access to the whole library, streaming it in like 4K resolution, 60 frames per second. There's like a certain minimum internet connection you need to to get it, in a good quality.
Right.
But they actually have like a thing on site where you can test it and see. It seems like it's going to be a little rough, probably for like Midwestern states where the internet connection is like not super strong. But I'm sure this is going to kill in like coastal cities and just like major cities in the U.S. Because like the internet connection you need is actually like it's pretty high up there. I think it's like 50 megabytes.
Yeah, because that's the thing I'm curious is sort of like input lag from because PSN kind of does a similar thing in the PlayStation Now, I think is what it is, and that's a streaming service within PlayStation. Again, subscription based. But the thing is that to keep in mind is you don't need a $300 console to play it. You're just going on your Google Chrome for $10.99 a month to play this game that doesn't require any sort of heavy duty hardware. So I think that's huge.
I think that's the big selling point that they're going for.
Yeah.
And especially the thing that I like about it is like like the reason that I say Netflix it's just, I think the easiest way to explain it is like if you're playing and like streaming to your TV and then you're like, oh, I'm tired, I want to go lay down and go to bed, but I still want to play a little bit. You can just pop it up on your phone and play from there. I think there's like a controller attachment that's like across your PC, your TV, your phone,
right?
At least that's the way it looks, which is pretty awesome if you think about it. Like you could just like I was on the beach this weekend. I could have just popped out this thing and played whatever game on the beach or while you're on vacation or something like that. I mean, as long as you got an internet connection, that's like the main thing. But yeah, it seems really cool, and they have the Founders Edition, which is what was it, $129. You get a Google Chromecast Ultra, so that you can stream to your TV and play on your play in your living room or wherever. You get the controller that they have for it. They've made like this Google controller for it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like an Xbox controller, but with stuff on it.
Yeah. Pretty basic. A founder's badge, which I'm not sure what that means, and then a buddy pass. So I think you can actually give 3 months to somebody else as like part of this. And then like you get first dibs on whatever your Stadia like username is or something to that effect.
Right. Yeah, I do worry about sort of like audio compression, what's the audio sound gonna be like, but I don't think people that kind of pop on headphones might notice anything like that. Again, it's more like the people who use the digital optical cables for hooking up their sound through their surround sound system. So it'll be interesting to kind of keep following on later down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just really cool how you can be playing on your computer and then go play on your TV or something like that, and it just like picks up right where it left off. It just seems really cool. I'm very excited about the future of cloud-based gaming and having that, because I think what it does more than anything is makes gaming more accessible to people like Sam, who is refusing for whatever reason to drop any money on an Xbox or a PlayStation or a computer that can play Fortnite.
Right.
So she just uses her phone, which is perfect for this. I mean, she could use the controller to play on her phone or play on her smart TV or something like that. So
I think she did actually just buy a controller for her phone.
Yeah, I remember her saying that. Yeah, she like got like a case that like basically puts your phone in sideways and looks like a Xbox controller or something like that.
She did, but when she tried to use it, it didn't work. And I told her, I was like, Amazon? All right, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That would happen to her. But I mean, she could pre-order Stadia and play that in November, I think is when it comes out. Again, don't hold me to that, please. But I think it's around November that they're doing it. They're definitely going to get this out like right before the holidays, though.
Yeah, and the games that they're coming out with are ones that are played on all platforms. So, like, I think Division 2, I thought I saw on there Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was demoed.
Mm-hmm. The new Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, was Destiny? Was that on there? Did I hear about that?
Destiny was on there. Yep.
Yeah.
Destiny 2, Elder Scrolls Online, Tomb Raider. Division was on there. Borderlands will be on there too. So Sarah can pick that up and play
Sweet.
wherever you want.
Wherever, whenever.
Yeah.
This sounds really, really awesome, but I'm kind of a skeptic.
Yeah.
Back with like what kind of quality will you lose if your internet isn't the greatest, or if you're living in a house where 5 people share the internet like I do, you know, how is that going to affect my gameplay? So personally, I think this is going to be something that I'm going to wait for it to come out and wait to see what happens with it. Like, give it a couple months and see what kind of problems people have and what fixes they come up with.
I think that's fair. The one thing, again, that's really cool about it is it's not like, you know, you have to go out and buy an entire like console and all the, you know, a game that you want to play and a controller and all this shit. It's just, my understanding at least is you pay $10, you get access to it, and you can just like cancel it whenever you want. If you are seeing like garbage internet connection and it's just like games are coming in real pixelated, you can just be like, all right, I'm done, cancel it, tried it for $10 a month. I think it's like I guess like if you did you guys ever get GameFly back in the day? It's kind of like the same route that like Netflix went to. Like Netflix would send the DVDs, like GameFly would send the games. Now Netflix is just like a streaming platform, and we have cloud-based gaming through Stadia.
Yeah, and you see in the Switch where people don't want the business that GameStop would get, people are drifting away. It's just like, no, you can just download the game. You don't need anything to play it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I will ever buy a single thing from GameStop ever again. I
remember this.
Oh my God. I had the worst experience of my life. I was super excited to get what was it? New Horizon or something? Dawn?
Yeah, Horizon Dawn.
Dawn, thank you. I pre-ordered it. I was so excited. I'm like, this looks so fun, such a cool game. And then when it came out, I forgot that I was going to be away on business in Ohio, and I got back like the weekend after it released, and I was like, all right, cool, great. Got back in like Friday night. I was like, Saturday morning, I woke up as soon as GameStop opened. I was like, I'm here to pick up my game. And they're like, we don't have your game. And I was like, what? Why don't you have my game? Why I pre-ordered it? Why don't I get it? They're like, well, pre-order's good for 72 hours, and then we sell it if you don't pick it up. And we're sold out right now because it's a popular game. I was like, what? Why did I pre-order it?
My reservation.
Like, are you serious? I mean, I understand in concept, but like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That is so dumb.
Yeah, that's awful.
And then on top of it, to make matters worse, I was like, so when are you going to get another shipment in? Maybe Tuesday. I don't know. We don't really know when we're going to get the shipments in a game. So I went back like 3 different times, be like, hey, can I have this game now? And they're like, no. And they spit on me. And then I went back another time and I was like, okay, can I have this game now? And they're like, no. And they spit on me again. And then eventually the third time I got back, I'm like, I would like my money back, please. I'm going to buy it on the PlayStation Store immediately. I don't have to wait for this.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I was like, this is ridiculous.
I hardly buy hard copy games anymore. I swapped out a terabyte hard drive in my PlayStation 4 so I can download a shit ton of games.
Yeah, you're good for the next like 46 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I will never buy from GameStop again, and probably won't buy a hard copy of a game. It's sad to say because I loved having like a collection of games like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think this is where gaming is headed. It's all in the cloud. It's all digital.
Yeah. You're accessing it from outer space.
Yeah. That's fine by me if I don't ever have to go to a goddamn GameStop again.
Nice. All right, so I guess that'll wrap things up. We'll get into free for all here. All right, so we do have some announcements to make with the future of Game Over. So as we're wrapping up our 10th episode, season 1 here, we do want to let the listeners know that this is the last episode for myself, Ian, and Kirk. We really do appreciate the opportunity that Whatever You Say Productions gave us to be a part of Game Over. So you will still get season 2 in September with Sarah and Byrne, but now being joined with Addriana. I'm very excited, aren't you, Addriana?
Yes, I am. I'll be there periodically. I'll just dip and dab, but it's mostly going to be Sarah and Byrne. But yeah, I'm very excited.
Nice. Yeah, and we had so much fun with everyone on the show. So we will be wishing you all the best and tuning in to definitely keep up with the news provided from you guys.
Yeah, we're sad to be going, just real life issues and wedding that I have coming up this year. Just there's a lot of stuff going on. So we decided we're going to be taking a break, but you never know what the future holds. You never know.
Yeah.
Might be back in season 3, season 4, something like that. We'll see what the future holds. But yeah, seriously, we're beyond grateful for the opportunity that Whatever You Say Productions gave us and let us nerd out and take a chance and talk about just all things gaming related. We're very sad to be going. We will be wishing Byrne, Addriana, and Sarah the best from the sidelines, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're going to miss you guys a lot. It's been a lot of fun talking games with you guys, and definitely wish you both all the best. You deserve it.
Thank you.
And me, Addriana and I will still be popping in on At the Newsstand and Noobs with Boobs over the summer before the new season of Game Over in September. So tune in to At the Newsstand to catch us and watch our gaming fails on Noobs with Boobs.
Nice.
We'll be watching that for sure.
So do y'all have any shows you want to talk about? I actually recently started the show Barry that was on HBO. So
yeah,
it's pretty good.
That show is hysterical. I can never remember the bald guy's name, but he is the funniest person I've ever seen on a show. Yeah. I don't know what his accent is, but every time he says anything, I start laughing.
You're talking the one that the Turkish or the Ukraine? I don't know, Russian. I think it was Russian.
I think he's Russian, yeah. He's got like I forgot. He's got like some ridiculous name. It's like Soho Steve or something like that, or like I don't know. He's got. Hold on, let me look it up. I'm curious now.
Yeah, but it's like a show. I'm trying to remember the actor's name. He's been in a bunch of stuff with He's comedy. Wasn't he in Forgetting Sarah Marshall? Yeah, he was.
Jason Segel.
No.
What's his name? NoHo Hank, that's his name on the show. But Anthony Carrigan. I don't know. I've seen him in other stuff before for sure. I don't know what I've seen him in though. There was like one big thing that I remember him from. I think he was in Gotham quite a bit actually as like one of the villains on there. I don't think he can ever play a good guy on any show.
Yeah.
It's not his MO.
Bill Hader. I think that's who I'm thinking of.
Oh, you were thinking of Bill Hader. Okay, yeah. I thought you were still talking about NoHo Hank.
No.
Bill Hader. Yeah.
He's the main guy.
Yeah,
Barry.
He was the Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Yeah, he's like a badass assassin that like wants to be an actor, kind of.
Yeah, it's good.
I need to see this show. I need to get HBO because I need to watch Chernobyl and now Barry.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got a Henry Winkler in it.
Yeah,
he's hysterical. He was in Waterboy. He was also the Fonz.
Hey. Oh my god, I love him. I met him accidentally once.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think it was 7th or 8th grade, and my school was a theater school, and it was in the heart of like 72nd Street. So there's a lot of famous people that live there. Long story short, I was on my way home with a bunch of kids, and he was inside of a restaurant, and we just kind of like were like waving like, oh my god. So yeah, I used to watch a lot of TV Land, so that's how I knew who he was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did he wave back?
Yeah, of course he did. He's awesome.
Good. Okay. I was gonna say
nothing worse than finding out like a celebrity's an asshole.
Yeah.
He doesn't strike me as he's the Fonz. He's got to be a good guy.
Oh yeah.
The other dude that's in Barry that I absolutely love is Stephen Root, who
Yes.
he's Milton from Office Space. He's been in a bunch of other stuff. He's in Dodgeball. Yeah, he's another guy that's just got like a direct tie to my funny bone.
Yeah. The show definitely delivers on comedy as well as sort of suspense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I almost done season 1, and because it's on season 2, I think.
Yeah, they
finished
just finished season 2 like 2 weeks ago, I think, 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another good one. We also, I don't think we had a chance to talk about it yet because of recording dates, but Chernobyl finale was last week, and that was a doozy. That was a hell of a miniseries.
I loved it.
I know Sarah didn't watch it. Adriana, did you watch that by any chance?
No, I don't.
Oh man,
5 episodes. Go knock it out today.
It's short, but it is so telling. The shit that happened was mind blowing, and how it was portrayed to people, sort of like, oh, it's not a big deal. But man,
is this on HBO?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I got HBO.
Yeah, it's a miniseries that came out like 5 weeks ago. It's just a quick 5 episodes. But yeah, they did a really good job. One of the funniest tweets that I saw after that show ended was some guy being like, I foolishly named my daughter Khaleesi. I'm changing her name to Chernobyl now. And they're like, we'll call her Cheryl for short.
Nice.
I was like, I'm not sure if this guy's serious or not. Like, he honestly might be serious.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, it was very nice to like see it. It's only 5 episodes, but like start to finish, it's just fantastic. And I think after the terrible taste that Game of Thrones left in my mouth, it was refreshing to finish a show that was like good all the way through.
Yeah, I did wrap up Black Mirror. There was a new season out, but it was only 3 episodes long.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see that yet. Do you guys watch that, Sarah, Adriana? Black Mirror?
I want to. I haven't yet, but it's
on
my list.
I'll just recommend give it a couple episodes. Like the first episode of Black Mirror, it throws a lot of people off. I will throw that out there right now.
Yeah,
that's the politician that has to have sex with a pig or something.
Yep.
Wow. I wish you could see the look on my face.
So once you get past that one.
Yeah, I've only seen that like interactive movie thing.
Bandersnatch.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. That's why this episode was only 3 episodes long, because they did include Bandersnatch as part of the new season, which was, I mean, if you did all the timelines or all the options, it was, like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
I think it was more than that.
Yeah.
I think it was like closer to 3. But so like my fiance and I watched that. We did like the answers and stuff, and got to the end, and she was like, all right, like, what do you want to watch now? And I'm like, I'm going back and doing all the other answers.
Yeah. Because you get to find other endings. Like there is like a true ending, I think.
Yeah, there's like 7 different endings, I think, or 6 different endings. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, the other Black Mirrors aren't, interactive like that, but it's similar in principle. Without giving any spoilers, what did you think of this season of Black Mirror that just came out?
The first episode, reminded me of like Black Mirror prior episodes, so definitely had the nod to previous seasons. Second episode was all right, and then I'm on the 3rd episode. I did sort of like because the second episode wasn't too like, how it's usually very futuristic at times. It wasn't anything like that. So it was definitely playing to modern society today, and shining light on kind of problems around it. So I think it was pretty good. Then they've got some stellar actors on there. I think Miley Cyrus is in the 3rd episode.
Yeah, I remember seeing she was going to be on there.
She's Ashley, and she comes out with Ashley 2, which is like a little doll, and it looks like it comes to life.
Yeah.
But that made me want to watch it, because I love Miley Cyrus.
Nice.
I won't lie.
It's got the one, and it's also got the guy from that 70s show.
Topher Grace.
Is that who it is?
Right. Yeah, I think so.
Who is that on
Eric.
He's
Eric.
Oh, Eric. Okay.
yeah. But he's in the second episode.
I could
So,
see him being pretty good in Black Mirror.
yeah,
He's
he does
got,
a
like-
good job.
Yeah, I would think that he would fit in there pretty well.
Is anyone watching Riverdale?
You know, I tried to watch
Yes.
that show.
I tried. I can't.
I
You know,
love
I
it.
watch it. It gives me like Twilight vibes without the vampire, so you know I'm watching
Yes.
that. It's really good.
Yes.
God, the dialogue.
It's
It's a teen show, and I love teen shows. They're so easy for my brain to digest that it's like true relaxation for me to watch those shows. Like I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I just have to watch.
Yeah,
that's
and
what
it's
fair.
not based on like the Archie. Well, it's got the Archie comic book characters in it, so it makes it
Yeah.
really interesting.
Isn't it because it's based off a comic book, right?
Yeah, it's
So
based
it's
off the
supposed to
Archie's
be-
comic.
Yeah, it's supposed to be this sort of the dialogue and everything is supposed to be like that. Like it's supposed to be kind of corny at times, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the characters, their names are full of alliteration. Like there's Archie Andrews, there's the
Moose,
principal.
one of the guy?
Yep, Moose is one of the guys. There's Jughead. There's Betty Cooper.
There's Josie, like from Josie and the Pussycats. I think all of them are in
Yep.
it, actually. Yeah.
Interesting.
And Veronica Lodge.
They're all
Yeah.
like beautiful too. I will just go out and say that. Like guys and girls on that show are just like 11 out of 10s every single episode.
Yeah.
It's like the most
Yeah.
beautiful town I've ever seen.
Yeah. So it's a great show to watch aesthetically, and it's easy to digest. So I love it. And I'm so excited that season 3 is finally on Netflix because I don't watch real TV.
Okay.
I wait for it to come to Netflix so I can binge it.
So
Yeah, me too.
Riverdale's
Yeah.
not a. I thought it was a Netflix exclusive. It's not. It's on an
No.
actual
No,
network.
it's on
this-
WB.
Oh.
Or CW.
CW, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm living in 2000. I still say WB11.
Yeah.
I mean, the last
think
episode
I'll
of season 3 only aired, what was it, May 15th? So for it to be on Netflix
Yeah.
that quick, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Makes me happy.
Yeah, that is pretty quick.
Yeah.
But news to me. I had no idea. I thought it was just a Netflix exclusive, just trash TV kind of episode. And I'm not trying to make fun of it, but there
Throwing
is a
shade.
It's
category.
a golden
trash
trash bag, okay?
It
It's
is.
really good.
Yeah, it is.
Golden
it
trash
is.
bag. All
Yep.
right, we'll go with that one. Yeah, I mean, my fiance, she absolutely loves the show. So like every once in a while, I'll like catch a snippet of it here and there, and the dialogue makes me like roll my eyes out of the back of my skull. It's just I couldn't do it, but
Yeah.
I see the allure. I get it. We all have our guilty pleasures.
I watched
they-
Grey's Anatomy. That's my guilty pleasure.
There you go.
Nice.
See, we all
I still
have it.
watch the challenge on MTV,
Nice.
and I
Oh
am
my
not
God,
ashamed
me
to admit it.
too.
Oh, do you really?
Too. Yes. It's so good. I thought I was
It's
the only
great.
one on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock with my laptop sitting on my chest
No
watching
way.
that. I
Awesome.
have no one to talk about it with.
Actually, so I didn't get to do it, but my friends, I have 3 other friends that watch it, and they did a like fantasy league with it, where you got to pick 5 people for your fantasy team for the season, and you got points based on like drama, winning challenges, like getting eliminating people, and they straight up did a fantasy league on that, and then it looked so exciting. I was like, I'm doing, like, my fiance and I are gonna do it with them next season. If you want to be on a fantasy league for the challenge.
Yes. And it's hard for me because it's like, do I pick Kara to win or not? 'Cause she's like 50-50. you
Yeah,
know?
She
But
really
anyway,
is.
that sounds really fun. Yeah.
You guys should all watch it. It's so good. It really is. I promise.
So what is it,
It's
like
so
The
great.
Amazing Race or something?
Kind. I mean, it's. Did you ever watch the challenge back in the day, like the Real World versus Road Rules?
I
challenge?
did. Yeah, way back in the day.
Yeah, it's effectively that, but they've added like Big Brother contestants. I think the guy who won this season was from Survivor.
Oh.
They've like expanded it to basically like if you were an exciting person to watch on any reality show, they will try and invite you to this like challenge season.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's absolute garbage trash TV, but I love it.
Yeah, Kirk, would you try out for fresh meat?
No. After seeing the challenge that they had to do at the end of last season, no, absolutely not. They like, what did they have to run, like a half marathon and then bike a half marathon
It was
in the
bad.
desert?
Mm-hmm.
With like
no food, no water.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Like 2 people were medically disqualified because they passed out.
Like,
That would be
Yeah, I want to do it so bad. Like, I'm waiting for another fresh meat so that I can. Guys, if you don't know, this is fresh meat. It's like anybody can try out. It's like normal people, I guess, can do it. I'm waiting for my chance. Oh.
I would be good drama on the show. I think I would start shit with everybody.
Same.
But I'd be like Wes on the show. So Wes is like the schemer. He's like pretty good competitive. Like, he's not super jacked. He doesn't have like the best endurance, but he somehow always makes it to the final because he's just like this sneaky, like scheming guy making like alliances behind closed doors. That would probably be me. I'd be that guy. I'd like be Littlefinger in Game of Thrones to try and win, which everybody loves watching.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. If you try out, I'll try out. How about that? We'll go with that.
That's a deal.
Nice. All right. I think that'll just wrap up season 1 of Game Over.
Tear. Sad.
Yeah.
Tears. I can't believe it's over.
Right.
It's been a fun ride.
Yeah, it's been a blast. I really did have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been so awesome to every week talk gaming nonstop with you guys, and I'm excited for season 2's premiere. I will 100% be tuning into that when I have time. But yeah, I'm sad to be closing out season 1 here.
For
Yeah.
sure.
We're gonna miss you guys. That's for sure.
It is a mutual feeling.
Yeah. Well, let's do the final send off. I'm Steve. You can follow me on Instagram at STEVE from Game Over. I'll pass it to Kirk.
You can find me, Kirk from Game Over on Instagram. I'll pass it over to Sarah.
I'm Sarah, and you can find me at Lady Danger Chaos. And now I'll pass it to our special guest, Addriana.
I'm Addriana, and you can find me at Oh Baby Brittany on Instagram and Simmer Brittany. That's my Simstagram.
Nice.
All
right, y'all. Take it easy, and we'll see you in September. Well, they'll see you in September, I should say.
They will. They will. We'll be seeing you in September too.
I'll see you in September. You still get to hear my lovely voice.
Yay.
Yay.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Hello everyone, it's Samantha, producer, editor, director, and composer for Game Over. Before we say goodbye for the summer, I want to take a moment to personally thank Ian, Kirk, and Steve for everything they did for this show. A lot of people don't know this, but this show was really their idea, and they brought it to me, and I was very hesitant to take it on because I knew absolutely nothing about gaming. But they promised me that they would hold my hand and guide me through everything, and boy, did they ever. I know that I can speak on behalf of everyone at Whatever You Say Productions when I tell you that working with these 3 gentlemen was our absolute privilege and pleasure. And we will miss them so much as we temporarily part ways and deal with crazy schedules and weddings and all these different milestones, and Byrne is having a baby. It's going to be a busy summer for the team, but we will be back on Thursday, September 19th, just in time for Borderlands. The show will be led by Sarah, Byrne, and Addriana, and we're hoping that, if not all of them, you may be able to hear a couple familiar voices when we come back in the fall. So to our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. To Ian, Kirk, and Steve, thank you for kicking open a door and throwing me straight through it and following very close behind so that I wasn't flailing around in the dark abyss wondering what the hell to do next. Of course, you can learn more about Ian, Kirk, Steve, Byrne, and Sarah at our website, which is gameoverthepodcast.com. Thank you all very much. We look forward to seeing you in September.